It was only a few minutes past 11 p.m. when Wendy McClellan got a message from her neighbor, Christina Diorio. "I need your help," she said. It wasn't until just after 7 a.m. the next morning on December 31st, 2022, that Wendy would actually read Christina's message, starting the clock on what would ultimately be a 12-hour roller coaster of mystery, mayhem, and murder. Welcome back, everyone. I am your host, Johnny, and this is
Morbid Curiosity. I got Morbid Curiosity.
In this episode, we're investigating a case and interrogation that you probably haven't heard of, and that's the case of Darren Pouncey. So there's a little bit of information I'm going to cover so you have a better idea of what's going on, like background information, etc. But if you don't want to listen to that, or if you don't want to look at me, I've got some timestamps over here. These are all the important parts of the video if you want to jump around. I also have chapter markings on YouTube as well. And I want to say thank you to a great friend of mine, Interrogation Files. Interrogation Files helped me source this video and get me some information on this, and they've helped me on a few others as well. So thank you to Interrogation Files. And one more thanks, I got to thank this video sponsor. No! And that's y'all. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Thank you guys for everything. If you want to support this channel a little bit more, you can become a patron or a member. You get early access to videos, case images, stuff like that. But otherwise, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of my life. All right, back to the case. So Wendy gets this message at about 7 a.m. when she wakes up. She sees it, and she finally texts Christina back. And she says, "Are you okay? Call me, hello." These are 3 separate messages. She sends them over, and there's no reply. And then she decides to call Christina. Wendy first calls Christina at 7:26 a.m. and there's no answer. And then Wendy decides to call Christina again at 8:43 a.m. Now here's one of the many interesting pieces of this case, and that's 5 minutes after that 8:43 a.m. call, at 8:48 a.m., Wendy is dialing 911. Now what happened within that 5-minute time frame, I'm sure is traumatic to experience, but we're gonna go ahead and cover it. So Wendy and Christina are great friends, and Wendy happens to have a spare key to Christina's house. So Wendy decides, hey, she said that she needed help. Wendy had actually said that she heard screaming and arguing the night before coming from Christina's house. She decides to go over there and check on Christina. Christina's house is a little bit weird. I'm guessing this is like a Florida thing, but there's a door on the exterior that goes directly to her room. So Wendy unlocks that door and comes in, and she finds Christina on the floor. In Wendy's own words, she says that the left side of her face was messed up, and Wendy goes and touches Christina's stomach through a blanket that was laying on top of her, and that's when she realized that her friend and neighbor, Christina, had unfortunately passed away. But here's what I didn't mention, and that's that Wendy didn't come alone. Wendy actually came with her husband, Justin. So Wendy dials 911, and obviously when the police come, they get statements, and Justin happens to give a statement too, and he corroborates everything that Wendy says. And here's another thing that I didn't tell you, is that they both corroborate on one specific detail that really is kind of eyebrow raising. The first part of that detail is that when they first went in, they saw Darren Pouncey, which they expected. Darren lived there. But the second part of the detail is a little bit disturbing. And that's that when they went in, they saw Darren in the interior doorway to the master bedroom. Now, why Darren being in his own house is a disturbing detail, I'll cover in a little bit. But first, you're probably wondering, well, who's Darren? Well, Darren is actually Christina's son. And Darren, he's kind of fucked up. Darren Pouncey was somebody that the police were already a little bit familiar with. He had some charges in the past, like a DUI, burglary, resisting arrest. So, you know, he's not like a career criminal, but he's not like just a jaywalker or something like that. But that's not why Darren was so fucked up. Darren is fucked up because he's an Army veteran who had extreme PTSD. PTSD that was related to his service that was so extreme that he had actually been Baker Acted previously. If you're not familiar with the Baker Act, it's essentially Florida's version of California's 5150. Basically, if you're presenting as a threat to yourself or to other people, you get put in the crazy house for a few days. It's involuntary psychiatric hold. This already puts Darren's mental state in a little bit of a bad light. But you know, Darren wasn't completely oblivious to his situation. You know, he knew something was going on with him. He actually had a little 5-star notebook that he would use just to, you know, put all of his writing down. Could be notes, some of it was journals, but that's what he used. And having journal entries and notes about life isn't like anything crazy, except for his journal entries are a little bit crazy.
I broke down crying uncontrollably. The death of my good friend Jeremy Kinver finally caught up with me, and my callous wall numbing any emotion came crashing. Maybe if he, like so many of us, hadn't sacrificed our peace of mind and well-being for these ungrateful, pseudo-elitist pieces of trash, he and even Landon wouldn't have blown their brains out. Actually, there's no maybe about it. I love you, Jeremy Ann Volkinver. Until Valhalla, my brother. Rest in peace.
Darren was dealing with a lot of trauma from his time in service and the after effects of that on him and his battle buddies as well. Battle-related PTSD can do jaw-dropping things to a person, so this isn't the time or place to discuss that. I just really want to express how far out of the norm Darren really was. Darren's behavior as a whole was extremely strange, and you're going to see some of that in the video we're going to watch in a second. But with all of that, there's one other thing. There's always one other thing with me for some reason. But that other thing is that Christina, 1 year prior, had told family members she was worried that Darren was going to kill her. You can probably already see where this is going to go. Okay, now we're back in Christina's room with Wendy and Justin, and Darren's in the doorway. So Justin sees Darren, and Justin immediately jumps into action and tries to protect Darren. Now, why is he trying to protect Darren? Because Darren's mom is dead on the floor in front of him. So Justin escorts Darren back to his room, and then Justin goes back to his wife, Wendy, and then Darren comes back with Justin. Weird. But Justin sees Darren again, and immediately he tries to protect him again. You know, obviously Christina's dead at this point, and Darren's right there. Justin says, hey, somebody's coming to take care of Christina. Somebody's coming to take care of your mom. And he's just generally trying to be empathetic and ease Darren's mind. He's asking, hey, you know, what can I do for you? He's trying to figure out how he can just help Darren in a moment of need. But when Justin asked if he could do anything for Darren, Darren actually had a response. And that response was that he wanted a gun. In that moment, it finally clicks in Justin's head exactly the type of situation that he's found himself in the middle of. And he glances at Darren up and down, and he sees that his hands are bleeding and they have cuts on them. And Darren's also freshly showered. That's interesting. But Justin still tries to defuse the situation and tells Darren, hey, it's not worth it because I think he knows exactly what Darren wants to do with that gun. So Justin and Wendy are hoping the cops get there as soon as possible because they're literally in the middle of a homicide scene. And then the cops get there, they separate everyone for their preliminary investigation, and as you can expect, Darren gets taken into custody. Now, I should say that Darren was taken into custody because he had a warrant out for his arrest, but at the same time, I mean, come on. Now, when they took Darren into custody, they considered the fact that he had just asked for a gun, and they have statements about that, so they put him on suicide watch. But the interesting thing is that they put him in a room where they could remotely watch him while they continued the investigation. But Darren was in that room for 9.5 hours. 9.5 hours, Darren was in that room. I went through 9.5 hours of video for this. But during that 9.5 hours, the case would continue to develop, and Darren would get lots of sleep. But like I said, the case will continue to develop while Darren was in this room. Now, what I'm going to do is during the specific moments where stuff is happening outside of the room, and I'll pause it at the exact same time, down to the minute, and explain what they're doing to build their case against Darren. Now, just a little forewarning, Darren actually wears dentures, but in this video, he left them at home. And he'll use the fact that he doesn't have his dentures to obfuscate his speech on his own volition. But I promise you, it's not an issue the entire time. But if you notice that he's talking funny, or if you can't understand him, I did my best to transcribe it, but it's not going to last the whole time, and it's just an act that he does. So by 10 a.m. of that New Year's Eve, Darren is in the interrogation room waiting to speak to officers. This is the interrogation of Darren Pouncey.
How long you did in the Army? 4 years? 42. Where were you stationed at?
My dad was in the Gulf War, first one.
It was in Mosul.
You just have her, is she on her way? Is she you have her on?
Just breathe for us.
Like those plays?
Yep. Okay, just breathe. Just breathe, buddy. Yeah.
Do you need some water or something? No? Okay.
This interrogation plays out a little differently from most others that I've analyzed. Darren will first have his pictures taken and DNA collected before speaking with police, which is an odd order. The people taking pictures and collecting evidence are actually detectives, not CSI. Pay close attention to the interaction between Darren and the detective that's mainly collecting the evidence. After this, there are two completely separate detectives that will try to question Darren, and he will all of a sudden lose his ability to speak. Two of the original detectives that were collecting the evidence initially will re-enter and successfully interview Darren afterwards.
I got crime scene here. They're gonna do some stuff with your hands, take pictures of it, so on and so forth. All right.
Can you
good?
stand up for me? All right, can you turn around for me? Face that way. All right, can you face me, please? So your hip was hurting? Something wrong with your hip? Or was you just had scars? All right, you can go ahead and sit. All right, now I'm going to be scraping underneath your fingernails. All right, we're going to do the left hand first. Can you uncuff them?
Yeah.
I'm going to just put them up here. Yeah, I'm okay.
Still need to uncuff.
I think we can hold that. Just can you hold it up a little for me?
You all right? Yeah, we're just making sure you're okay.
I'm okay. Are you okay? All right, so now we're going to do the right hand.
The other hand too.
All right, so talk a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to get a buccal swab from you. This is just a cotton swab. I'm going to swab the inside of your cheek. Okay? It's just like the thing you clean your ears out with. All right. Can you say ah? All right. Now I'm going to swab your left hand.
You okay? Do you want some water when we get done? Are you thirsty? Okay. Fish. Alright, I'm gonna do the right hand. I'll get you some tissues when she's done, okay? Alright? No? Okay. Alright, can you put your hands flat on the table for me? Can you flip them and put palms up? Looking good. Do you need anything else?
You sure you don't want any water in there?
Sure, I'll get you a bottle of water. How about I get it for you? That way you have it if you need it, okay? Alright. You need a tissue or anything? Okay. Alright?
One turn. We were told that you can't speak. It's messing your teeth. If we get you your teeth, will you be able to talk to us? No. Yes. You want to get a pad so you can write down some stuff? You can nod yes or no. Would you like us to get you your teeth?
Are they in the house somewhere? Because it's very important that we get a chance to talk to you about what's going on. You understand that, right? And we want to make sure that you have everything you need to be able to talk to us. So if you need, I was told you have some sort of dentures or some sort of dental. Okay. So where are those located in the house? We can get them for you so that we can have a conversation and get this cleared up. Are they in your bathroom or your bedroom somewhere? You just in the bathroom? Yes. If you nod your head, yes, we'll understand that you're confirming that. So they're in your bedroom or your bathroom. Let me just make sure I understand. You're able to read and write, correct? Because we can get you a notepad and you can write down where your dentures are at so that we can get them for you. So here's a notepad. Darren, we want to try to help you out here. I mean, you understand this is a very serious situation that we're in right now. You understand that, right? I mean, obviously you're in handcuffs. You had a warrant. There's nothing we can do about that. That's why you're in handcuffs right now. Something to do with the traffic thing. That's not what we're here to talk to you about. We'd like to talk to you about your mom today. But in order to do that, I want to make sure you're comfortable and able to talk to us. That's why we're trying to get the denture thing straightened out first. That way you're good to go. Okay. Can you write down what you want to have happen right now? What's going on? I don't quite understand what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Darren, falling asleep? You're tired? Hey, does your hand hurt? We're gonna have EMS come check you out. Okay? Because it looks pretty swollen.
Yeah, let me see your
So
hand.
that's part of the procedure that we're gonna do. Just have EMS come check you out. And then just protocol and stuff like that. Would it be also okay if we take some blood draws from you? Would that be okay?
No.
No? You don't want us to take blood from you? Or would that be okay? You're not consenting to that? No. Okay. Well, they're gonna come check your hand out anyhow, okay? Because we don't want. You probably don't feel it, but there may possibly be broken bone or anything of that. So they're just gonna come check you out, okay?
Does it feel like it's broken? You're good?
It's okay.
Did it stop bleeding? Because it kind of looked like you need some stitches. Do you need stitches in there? No? Alright, so you don't want them to come look at you at all? Okay. Alright, you need anything else? You're welcome, sir. Do you need, you got water? Are you hungry? No?
You don't want nothing to eat?
Okay.
No.
Alright. Well, just let us know if you need anything, okay? Alright.
Thank you, Darren.
Darren, do you need to go to the bathroom or anything? Is there somebody that I can call for you? No? Okay. You don't want to call anyone? Anybody call you? Gotta go to the bathroom? No?
Okay.
You cold? No? Okay. Alright. Let me know, okay?
Darren? Darren,
You okay?
just checking up on you. Are you alright?
There you go. You okay? You need anything? No restroom? Nothing like that? Okay.
You need to go pee or anything? Alright? Let us know if you need anything, okay?
Hey, what's up? You need something to eat? Alright, it's gonna be like just a few more minutes, okay? Maybe about an hour. We'll get you over there, but we'll see. I'll see if somebody's got something. Like, what would you like to have?
What do you like to eat?
I mean, I might be able to find like some Danishes or something like that. Is that okay? It's about all we got probably around here. Okay? Alright. Pumpkin spice bagel? It's better than nothing, right? Okay. Alright. Need anything else? Okay.
You okay?
Alright.
So they're gonna do that.
Aaron. Hey. One of the girls got some French fries. You want to sit up and have some French fries? Okay. Just gonna have a seat. You doing all right? You feel a little bit better now, and you got a little bit of rest.
Got a little sleep?
I know it's been a rough night.
You can have some of that. You can go ahead. Don't worry about us. We got fire rescue coming. Okay, they're just gonna check out your hand just to make sure it's not broken or anything. Okay, because it looks a little swollen. That's kind of what we've been a little bit concerned about, just to make sure that it's okay.
And unfortunately, I mean, you know, you have a warrant, so I mean, they won't let you come over to the jail without at least getting that looked at first, because jail doesn't want you having any issues. So we'll just get that looked at. It's protocol. Yeah.
It's silly, but
Yeah.
it's
we got to get medical clearance for this crazy stuff over there. So we'll just have them come check you out and we'll get this process rolling. Okay.
Jails or any mental health facilities.
Pardon me.
Jails or any mental health facilities.
What makes you say that? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying what makes you say that. It seems like more people are going in there more often for mental health.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely a problem. We see more and more of it every day. You know, people coming more, forthcoming with it, admitting that they have mental health issues. Sometimes people don't even realize they have it. It's things of that nature.
I'm very broken.
You've been very broken?
I have issues.
Okay.
Before we go any further, we're just going to sit here and chat with you for a little bit.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to read you your rights, okay? I don't want you to say anything without knowing your rights, okay?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against your court of law. You have the right to speak to a lawyer and have them present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford a lawyer or hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to you to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questionings or make any statements. Do you understand? Did I tell you who I am and what my name is? No? Okay. I apologize. I should have done that as soon as I came in here. I'm Detective Tillett. You can call me JP. That's what everybody calls me around here. And this is my partner, Christine.
Detective Lizzie. Right. Thanks for being cooperative with us. We do appreciate that. When the crime scene lady was in here earlier.
Makes things easier for us. Not having to, tell you to sit down, be quiet, and all this other stuff. And
Well, you're not attached to that. That's a good thing. A lot of people are attached to that. So you've been cooperative, and that's why we decided, it's just not necessary to attach it to that. You've been very cooperative, and I know you've had a long night. It's been a long night for you. We understand. So have you been to jail in the past? Why do you say that the jail's mental? Do you see a lot of? Being in there, have you seen like a lot of mental issues, or do you know people that are in there with mental issues? Why do you say it's just a facility now?
I thought about this yesterday. Excuse me. It's hard to talk.
No, I understand.
The biggest problem we have right now is a mental health epidemic, and it's kind of where we put, instead of talking to someone, we just put them in a place to fester. Out of sight, out of mind.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
And not helping anyone, you just put them in there with more of their kind, and it becomes an echo chamber of resentment.
Have you been to jail before? You said yes. What have you been to jail before? For? What have you gone to jail for?
Stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Failure to appear to traffic court, mostly.
Oh, I gotcha. Some traffic citations and stuff?
Always.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole driver.
Oh, gotcha. You've been that way since you were a kid? You just like driving fast?
Your sheriff's office beat my face in a couple months ago.
Really?
And charged me with my first DUI, and it became like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I wasn't actually drunk. They approached me from blinking positions and had their lights on us while I was driving like a fucking asshole. I was at a gas station alone. So I said, dude, I'm trying to pump gas, and they said, hands. And I said, it's my credit card. And put a hand on me, and of course you're going to tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I said, please, dudes, no. And he swept my leg and smashed my face into the concrete. And then, while I was at Cleveland Clinic, they bragged about how they've been waiting to use that combative move. So, I've been in a bad place the past couple months.
Because of that, or just in life general?
I see you guys every day. I live here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't feel like an enemy combatant in my own home.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I get it.
That's,
it's kind of mean.
What do you have that from?
Yeah.
Were you in the military? You were. How long were you in the military?
Life.
Oh,
we all have it to a degree,
sure,
right?
Of course, yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, certain situations, yeah, that's true.
We all have to face our existential crisis of reality eventually.
How long did you serve for?
4 years.
4 years.
Thank you for your service.
I don't. I was after.
What years did you serve? Or between what time?
05 to 09.
Okay, well that's a pretty rough time.
Yeah.
For our nation.
It was, the best worst camping trip ever. And it's all based on your life unravels. 10% of my unit has committed suicide since then.
Wow.
And I fight it every day, and I eventually feel like I'm going to end up there.
Is it just from what you've seen over there, or?
It's the way I see the world now.
Yeah.
So collectively, from what you've experienced and what you see every day?
You're young, you're naive, whether it's altruistic, or not, you get exposed to how this world really is, and there was no coming back from that.
Yeah. No, we understand.
Mhm.
We see that every day, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm in SVU, and he does
No,
other things
this
than I
isn't a
do.
pity
So.
party thing.
No.
Listen, you're right though. We all have it,
We all experience life differently.
Mhm.
Some more harsh than others. I would say just from, and she can probably attest to that as well, from the beginning of day one putting on this uniform of our career, we don't get, our calls for service are typically not good calls. We don't get calls for service to go to somebody's birthday party. It's usually people, for the most part, people crying for help, or sometimes as silly as asking for how to turn on the water, on the side of the house, or whatever the case may be. So majority of our calls are being exposed to nothing but negativity.
But not all of us are like what you've experienced.
Correct. Yeah. Everybody experiences things differently.
Right.
I think we're all going through the same thing, though.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, COVID's got, people a mess.
It's all bullshit, though.
Yeah. What do you do for a living? What do you do? Now that you've gotten out of the military, were you able to go to college? Do any,
I tried going back to school.
yeah.
I have a hard time relating to people, especially younger people.
Mm-hmm. What are you, in your 30s?
34.
34? Okay. Well, I'm not too far behind you. I'm 33. Yeah.
And I'm old enough to be your mother, so.
Don't race to catch up.
Where are you originally from?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm? Okay.
So what do you do? Do you work? Where do you work at?
I clean 1%ers pools.
1%ers pools? What does that mean?
I take care of pools in Palm Beach.
Oh, okay.
The narcissist capital of the United States, maybe the world. So it's like I take care of pools. I'm a marriage counselor on the side. So
Really?
yeah.
Everybody wants to come out and talk to you?
That's funny.
It's
That's
fucking
funny.
bizarre.
It's probably like a bartender's job, yeah.
Listening to what's going on all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
It's just you see it play out like poetry in motion.
yeah.
It's kind of like
You live in this big, beautiful house, and then you got to come out here and tell me all your problems, kind of thing.
yeah, and hearing she's Lynn messes with the programming. It's like, what's really going on?
It's ironic how things from the outside can look good,
Right.
all this money, probably don't have any problems, and then here you are, cleaning somebody's pool in the backyard.
I always joke with the landscapers, which most of them don't have green cards, and we're like, all this money, and they're so empty.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, yeah.
It's very
That
true.
is so true.
That's why they say money can't buy you happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness for yourself.
All it is just those materialistic things are just smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
They're temporarily filling in the voids, and
So I guess the combination of everything I've been through and then seeing this every day, it kind of makes me just content.
what do you feel every day? I'm assuming your mind is constantly racing.
Oh, but you don't want to go in there.
Sleepless nights.
Yeah, I don't really sleep much. You see, it was curled up under a table, and it
Yeah.
looked like it's my comfort zone. Because uncomfortable positions have become my comfort zone.
Do you see a doctor?
Not anymore.
No.
The VA's kind of on some Joseph Mengele shit. If you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah. When was the last time you went to the VA?
I went there, I started going back to therapy after the incident with SO a couple months ago. It really did take a toll on me.
Yeah.
But then I stopped, and I don't know, most therapists need therapy after seeing me.
Oh.
So,
Are you able to open up to your therapist, though? Do you have a good therapist? Because sometimes you have to find the right therapist before you can open up.
I just feel like a burden. Like, I don't want to. I feel like a burden on the world.
But that's what they're there to do. They're there to help you so you don't feel like that, you know? I know we all kind of feel like that sometimes, I think, you know, when we're having some rough times. But that's what our family and everybody's there for, to help us out, you know? And the fire rescue's here. Is it okay if we have them come in? Is that all right?
Do if you will.
Let me check you out. Get your hand looked at. They're going to go ahead and, just so you know, judge signed a warrant to draw your blood. Okay, it's kind of protocol. All right?
I'm gonna fight it.
With this kind of an
I'm
incident.
gonna fight it.
Fight what? The blood draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you don't
No,
want to
I
do
don't
that.
want them to stick me.
But we don't have a choice. The judge says we have to. So, I mean, I'm not sure how that works, but it kind of, you know.
Please, no.
Well, I mean, with everything that happened last night, you kind of need to have all the pieces put together. You know what I mean? And having your blood is part of that. Seeing what was in your system. You know, I understand that you are struggling with some drug issues. Do you struggle with drug issues? Alcohol? Did you have some alcohol last night? Because I can smell it. I mean, it's got the whole room smelled up. So, in order to put, you know, those pieces together, that's a very vital part of that. To help us understand what happened last night. Are you just afraid of needles? Well, I mean, it's fire rescue. You know what they're doing. We're not going to stab you or anything. You know? Why? It's just a normal needle fear? Is that what it is? Well, we'll be here for you. We'll be sitting right here to help you get through it. What happened? Can you help me understand what happened last night before they come in? And did you just get in an argument with your mom? Does your mom drink? Did she have an accident? Did she fall down or something? And what happened? I wasn't there, so I mean, I don't know what's going on. I know you hurt your hands. Did you punch the walls or something? Darren, you gonna help me understand what happened? Sometimes things happen, you know? Accidents happen. Take a breath. Does the therapist give you like some breathing exercises or anything like that to do? I mean, because that's pretty common, breathing exercises to help you get through the anxiety. You know what I mean?
They're gonna go check your hair now.
He's afraid of needles, so it's all we'll get you through that.
We're not worried about that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're not gonna mess with that right now. Okay? They're just gonna check your hand out. Okay? Is that okay? They can just do that.
Don't worry about the needles.
Okay.
Really are concerned right now with the hand and stuff.
Okay.
You don't like needles? Okay.
No.
I'm sorry?
Please, no.
Okay.
I'm not going to go against your wishes. We're not going to even worry about that right now. They're just going to check your hand.
Because then you will have to put me on that thing.
Yeah.
Please
No,
don't.
We don't
want to do that.
We're already on a good foot. Let's continue down that path. So.
You've been cooperative.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. We don't want to activate, get you all stressed out. Okay.
You're fine. Doors closed. They're not coming in. If they do come in, it's just going to be just to check your hands. You have my word on that right now, okay? I don't know what words are you guys.
I was just asking if you could just tell me what happened with his mom last night. I mean, was it an accident? Did they get in an argument? Did she fall down? You know, does she drink? I don't know if she drinks. And had an accident.
You were with your mother last night? Did you guys get into an argument, or, I mean...
Did you go out last night? Yeah. Do you have some friends around here that you like to hang out with? Have anybody else that you can talk to besides your therapist, like a friend or somebody? Sometimes we have friends, you know what I mean? I have one best friend, that's all I got.
Yeah.
You know?
I left high school with a bunch of friends,
Right.
and I can probably count them with not even all the fingers in my hands now.
Yeah. I have one best friend. I tell her everything.
You grow apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. People go on 2 different paths, especially from high school to now, you know?
Of course.
People grow up, some people don't grow up, you know? So where did you go out? Did you go out, have some drinks with some friends, or go to dinner with somebody? How long have you had to live at your mom's house? Since pandemic?
I lived in Baltimore for a while.
Okay.
It's in a bad codependent relationship.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
At 4:20 p.m., Martin County Fire Rescue 21 arrives at the interview room to assess Pouncey's injuries.
Fire rescue's here.
Okay.
Hello. Just checking out the hand, no needles, no nothing, alright? I think
his right hand
his
is
right hand.
a little swollen and got some cuts on it.
Gotcha, okay.
Get the saline store by and clean. Anything else bothering you besides your hand?
He's got. Yeah, that's just some tape. So he's not fond of needles and stuff. So.
You cool if you just grab your vitals, Tim? Just your blood pressure cuff. Just clean up your hand. You have nothing on this hand, right? Just the right one. Does it hurt when I'm pushing any more on it? Feel like it might be broken at all?
I really don't feel pain like that.
Okay. Nothing's hurting when I'm pushing on it. It's swollen, but I'm not feeling anything crazy jumping out from it. Grab just a little bit of saline on those, wipe them off, and we'll wrap it up for them. Okay. It's just going to get tight to the blood pressure. This oxygen's good. That's hurting you on the clean it, alright?
Let him know if it hurts, if it's hurting or anything, so that way he knows if there is pain, he knows where to go.
Is it good? Nice one more rapid.
You normally have pretty good blood pressure. You don't know. Stop cooperating with the
No, just tape sucks. Yeah, just a piece of tape to secure it. pressure's good, the heart rate's good, the oxygen's good.
Alright, anything else from them? Alright, thank you.
Thanks, guys. See? Not too bad.
One of those guys was actually at the hospital the night when they were checking me out.
Oh, really? Is that the one that was standing up?
Yeah, the one that couldn't make eye contact with me.
Yeah. They go in the hospitals all the time. He don't work at the hospital, right? He probably just brought a
But
patient
he
in.
remembers.
Oh.
That's why he was looking at.
That's why he was looking away.
Oh, gotcha.
They're joking, laughing when my face was smashed in.
Well, that's not cool.
No. What happened to you? Like break your nose or something? When you fell?
No, I didn't fall. I got my head slammed into the concrete.
Oh, gotcha.
This is when they put you in handcuffs. But where were you at the gas station?
I was at the 7-Eleven at Canner and Indian Street.
Canner and Indian Street.
Yeah, right there.
Bottom of the
bridge.
Veterans
Oh
Bridge.
yes, bottom
It
of the
used to be
Veterans Bridge.
mobile, but
Yeah.
I think they call them 7-Elevens now.
Right across the street from where the New Cleveland Clinic is.
Yeah.
The other side is the part where the trail is and stuff.
Yeah.
So you were saying you went to Baltimore for a while, and then when did you come back to move in with your mom?
I originally moved in with my grandmother.
She lived around here? Where's your grandma live?
She lives down south. My uncle took care of her for like 30 years, but that same year, so it was kind of a quid pro quo thing, and it kind of helped her spirit to me moving in because she was so used to him.
Right.
You know.
So it worked out good.
Yeah, it helped her.
Yeah. Is she still here?
She's gonna outlive everyone.
How old is she?
Old as fuck. I don't know.
Does she still live by herself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she's not in a
Taught
nursing home or
herself to
anything?
do everything with one side of her body.
Oh, bless her heart.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
Like
amazing.
15 minutes to put on a pillowcase.
Hey, at least she gets it done though, right?
I don't know how.
She's bound to determine she ain't gonna depend on nobody.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. So then you came and lived with your mom?
Yeah, her and I have been living together actually like 4 years.
You and your mother?
mom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We lived in Jupiter, and then up here, she got divorced a couple years ago, so it was kind of another quick
Yeah,
thing.
help each other out.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long you guys been living here locally?
October 2020. I believe.
Okay, so what is that? Over 2 years.
Yeah. 2 years. Right
Oh,
around that pandemic time, yeah.
Oh yeah, right after. Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost seems like yesterday. That pandemic stuff.
It was yesterday. Just time dilation. It depends on how you perceive it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's gnarly how things like you said, it's just.
Yeah. It flies by. 8 months ago seems like a week ago.
Yeah. You have siblings too? What do you have?
I have a brother or sister. Actually, the 80s are a crazy time, so who knows how many brothers and sisters I have.
One brother, one sister that you know of.
Oh, 3 sisters technically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From this mom, a brother and a sister.
Okay. And then you have some stepbrothers and sisters. They live locally too?
No.
No. Are you close with them? So like when you have issues and stuff, are you able to call them and talk to them and stuff?
Everyone's got their own life, but
Yeah, of course.
try to connect as much as possible.
Yeah.
Stay in the loop of things.
In an age where everyone's digital, I'm very analog and very personable, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very true. Yeah.
Kind of drifting away.
Yeah.
Everything is
Sadly.
social media.
Yeah.
FaceTime is almost out the door. I mean, that goes for everything now.
Yeah.
Work,
Yeah, that's true.
social
It
gatherings.
just feels so artificial now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really just need to get rid of social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's a curse and a blessing, I guess.
Exactly.
Essentially. You know, if you got
Nothing's real on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got distant family, I mean, that would be the positive thing.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the, comparison is a thief of joy, and we have a whole generation playing this pissing contest. It's not real in the first place.
Correct. Everybody's doing things for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
It's a slow poison. You know.
It's a slow burn. This world's going to hell. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's true.
It's been written already.
Yeah.
You know,
What are your
beliefs?
beliefs?
What's your religion? You don't have to practice it, but like, what did you grow up or?
With everyone else trying to push their belief systems on me, that's how I grew up.
Oh, really?
Just different ones.
Yeah, me kind of a perfect heathen out of me. Not like in a charlatan way. I'm very spiritual. I definitely believe in God. I guess there's a difference between believing and knowing. I've died a couple times and come back. It's kind of fucked up, but I tell people it doesn't matter if you believe in them, they believe in you.
Yeah.
Bottom line is that at the end of the day, I think that relationship with him is personal anyhow. So.
It doesn't matter. You shouldn't let someone put you in a box.
Right. Absolutely.
I think organized people don't even realize that Christianity has nothing to do with Christ per se.
Right.
It was some, his ideas molded it. No, I'm not even going to go down that road. It's fucked.
So does anybody else live in the house with you and your mom?
Russell and Bella,
Who's that?
the dogs.
Oh, the dogs. What kind of dogs are they?
Do you guys know who's taking care of my dogs? Is it my neighbor?
Are they there? Are the dogs at the house?
They were, yeah. I'm guessing my neighbor had some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would assume, probably.
Yeah, we can ask.
Do they live in the house or do they live
Are
outside?
they outside dogs or inside dogs?
No, they're inside dogs.
Inside
They're
dogs. Oh, okay.
slow brats.
What kind of dogs are they?
Mine's a Shepherdor.
A what?
A German Shepherd Lab Retriever.
Oh, okay. So like a shepherd doodle?
Shepherdor.
Kind of? Okay,
Yeah, it's called
gotcha.
Shepherdor.
All right. So it's just you and your mom and the dogs. You have a dog and she has a dog?
Yeah, she has Chiweenie.
Chihuahua and dachshund mix, right? Okay. Everybody's got different names for everything these days.
Better than what I would have known. I would never guessed that.
It was pretty good. It was quick. This is why you need a detective. Quick.
We'll have somebody check up on that for you.
No, yeah, they're taking care of them. Yeah, they're taking good care of them, they say.
So it's just you and your mom living in there since October.
Did you guys buy the house or you rent it?
Bought it.
You bought it? So you probably did pretty good deals back then. Now's the time where you can get a house for a good
Spiked
price,
up
but
now,
probably
yeah.
a couple years ago you got it for a good price.
Yeah, it's worth a lot more now.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Definitely.
How's the relationship with your mother? You guys are good? You guys ever get into arguments or anything like that?
Oh, all the time, but like stupid stuff like boundaries. You know what I mean?
Personal space inside the house.
Well, when you're 34 years old, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I
like,
get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not a kid anymore.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're always a kid.
Yeah. Well, to your parents.
Well, and I'm
you are,
sure,
of
yeah,
course.
to your, especially to your parents.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's always going to be that way. You have kids?
No.
No. So you were telling me you weren't home last night. Where did you go last night? Did you go out with friends?
No. I literally walked down the street to get some dinner with my dog and then came back.
Okay. What time did you get back?
I don't even know.
Where'd you go to dinner?
I was down in Salerno.
What, like down in Shrimpers, Twisted Tuna area? Oh, okay. Where'd you get dinner at?
Help you establish the timeline a little bit.
Okay.
That was a question.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you'd like to establish a timeline, that would be wonderful, yeah. Can you establish a timeline for me?
No.
Was it dark out yet? Because it gets dark so
it
early.
was, yeah, obviously it was dark. Yeah.
Okay.
What did you get to eat? You remember what you ate?
I really don't remember anything.
Why is that? You just...
Just when you're living in Groundhog Day, it doesn't seem important.
Like every day's the same when you wake up, is that what you're saying? Did you work yesterday?
Every day.
Yeah. You take your pup everywhere you go? Like your partner in crime?
He's a service dog. He's very
Okay.
undisciplined, but
He's not disciplined, is that what you said? Not disciplined, but he's your service dog?
yeah. He has, actually, it turned out he has more issues than I do, so I'm like a service person. But it kind of helped me.
What kind of issues he got?
Separation anxiety.
Oh. Well.
Mm.
Supposed to be with you all the
He's
time,
kind
right?
of quirky. He literally is my spirit animal. Seems like he's on the spectrum. I didn't want toys when I was a kid. I was obsessed with like flow dynamics, so I was in the sprinkler section.
Oh, okay.
Fucking bizarre, right?
I mean, not really.
Not really,
You
yeah.
have some kids that are just interested in taking toys apart and putting them back together, you know what I mean? TVs apart. So, I mean, every kid's different, but different things, interest you. So when you and your dog got home last night, what happened? What'd you do?
I answered that.
You did? When you got home last night?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't
Oh,
remember
you don't
what you
remember?
did. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So it was just you and your mom? You don't remember at all? Then how do you know you went out to dinner with the dog?
That's the last memory I have.
Okay. Do you know about what time that was?
Seven or eight.
Okay.
Mhm. And
And do you have a few drinks with dinner and stuff when you go out?
I was walking, so yeah, I think I had a drink.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't remember
That's
that at all.
fine. You're of
Listen,
age.
you're a grown man,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're of age. You can drink.
You can drink whatever you want. You can go out and get drunk if you want. Like I said before, I'm just trying to
As long
understand.
as you're not driving.
Exactly. And we don't want to be driving, but I mean, I told you I can smell the alcohol, so I mean, I know you've had some drinks because it's a small room, so you breathe and and it kind of just lingers in here. So I know you had some alcohol last night.
And no one's saying that drinking that you shouldn't be drinking. You can. So, nothing wrong with that.
So how did you mess your hand up? Accidents happen. Was your mom okay when you got home last night from dinner?
I don't know.
Did you see her? I don't remember if she was there or if
Do you
someone.
remember when you got home after your walk with your dog? Do you remember seeing your mom when you came back inside the house? Maybe when you came back inside, did you have a little bit more to drink and maybe you guys got into like an argument or something?
Maybe let's just start with how the day began, since you don't remember after that. So did you work yesterday? Were you working yesterday, or did you have the day off? You worked? Okay. So what time do you normally work from?
Fridays are a short day.
Okay.
So I got off a little before 1, had to commute back.
So what time do you leave for work? What time you gotta be there? You gotta go to Jupiter? Is that where you go?
Lake Park.
Okay.
Usually I'm down there by like 7:30.
Okay. And so Friday's your early day, so you got off around 1, you said? Alright, and then so where'd you go from there?
Went to the gym. LA Fitness on Congress.
Okay.
And then went and got my hair cut. And came home.
Okay.
What time did you get home?
Between 5 and 6. I think.
Okay. Does your mom work?
Yeah.
Where does she work at?
She works from home.
Okay. What does she do?
Medical billing and coding.
Okay. So was she still working when you got home, or was she? What time did she usually work till?
She had a dinner date.
Okay. Who'd she go to dinner with?
Not liable to say that.
What's that?
Friends.
Oh, okay. She just went to dinner with some friends. Did she go with the neighbors, or?
No, just friends.
Okay. Does she have a boyfriend?
No.
Anybody she sees?
Not that I know of.
Romantically?
And if she did, it wouldn't be my business.
I get it. But does she ever bring anybody home?
If she did, it wouldn't be my business.
Okay.
We have our sides of the house.
Okay. So you wouldn't see them, or you just wouldn't be involved in it?
We have our own entrances.
Okay.
We have our sides of the house.
So you wouldn't know if she brought somebody home? Is that what you're saying?
Do you see your mom every day? And usually either when you get home from work or your day off, you see her.
I'm about to go to work.
When you're about to, you see her? What areas of the house do you guys share in common?
Kitchen's in the middle of the house. Usually I'll turn on the coffee pot.
Okay. And that's kind of like when you guys chat in the mornings? What about in the evenings? Do you guys sit down, watch TV together, hang out together, things like that?
We had a battleship competition.
Okay.
For Yeah. For a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Become kind of personal.
Okay. So it's just like
And
the old school
Jenga.
battleship game?
And Jenga, yeah.
Okay. Alright. Oh, so that's what, like on the... Did you do it in the kitchen or living room? Where do you guys play that?
Living room.
In the living room. So you guys, what, do you do that in the evenings? About how long before you guys go to bed do you play battle with each other?
We normally have old people schedules, so
Okay.
usually in bed by 9.
Alright, I get that. So did you guys have your battle last night?
No.
No. Jenga either?
No.
Okay. So she went out with friends and then you went out to get dinner? So when you got home from dinner, was she home already from her dinner?
That is the last thing I remember.
Is what? The dinner? Or getting home from dinner? Having the dinner? Or getting
Going to dinner.
Oh, going to dinner. Okay. So you don't remember where you ate? Well, I mean, you said Salerno, so you knew you were in Salerno. Is there a place that you frequently go?
It's the only place I could walk to.
Okay. So where do you normally go when you go to Salerno? Do you go to Twisted Tuna? Do you go to Shrimpers? Do you go to Coconut? Or what's that other place over there? The Basin? Is that what it's called?
Can't eat at the Coconut.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they had food there or not. So where do you normally eat? Shrimpers or Twisted Tuna?
Just luck of the draw, I guess.
Okay.
I don't even know that new place's name that took over Manatee.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many little places there. Yeah.
Did you ever eat there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you eat there last night? Which one did you eat at last night? Do they all allow your dogs to come in? I know Shrimpers probably does because they got outdoor seating.
Salerno.
Yeah, right. But I'm just wondering, I don't think that the Manatee would, do they allow pets there too? They're a little bit more
They all have
upscale.
outside
Dining and stuff.
So they let the dogs come outside and dine?
Like I said, I have a service dog ID, so he kind of gets a pass.
Okay, gotcha. So he can go anywhere he wants, really. Okay.
Makes it easy.
Yeah. But you don't know where you went. Are you sorry about what happened? Have you asked God for forgiveness? I mean, do you pray to God like that? Ask Him for forgiveness when you do something wrong?
Do you remember waking up this morning? What are you thinking about right now? Seems like you want to talk, but you're kind of giving yourself some space and air to clear your mind.
Thinking about nothing.
Just blank space.
Where I want to be.
Where is that?
Nothing.
Where do you want to be though?
Nothing.
You want to be nothing? Just
Peace.
peace?
I think everybody wants peace.
Everybody wants that.
Underrated.
Peace is underrated. So where else would we be if we didn't have peace?
Here.
Do you think this is a form of like purgatory?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It's where predators prey on each other for all eternity.
Not disagreeing with you. I think this is a form of, paying for what our sins. We're all born with it, so.
It's a very old curse.
Mm-hmm. I think helping your inner peace is being truthful with yourself.
Myself.
Mm-hmm. Understanding the mistakes that we make.
Can you take me over to population now?
Sure.
Just put me in the cage, please.
Well,
it's right along, right?
We're just trying to talk to you. I mean,
I got a warrant anyway.
What is your warrant for?
Bond revocation.
Oh, for what? What were you on bond for?
I was on bond for the DUI, not DUI.
Gotcha.
And then I was sleeping one off in my car.
Okay.
So I got an SUI. Sleeping under the influence.
Sleeping under the influence, I gotcha.
That's a good one.
So was the one that happened at the gas station the one that violated your bond? Oh, gotcha. So where was the prior SU?
No,
SUI.
That one's very recent, and that's why the warrant got issued.
Gotcha.
Oh,
so you had the one at the gas station, but then what was the other one?
No, I didn't have the warrant.
You had
the program,
You had the incident at the gas station.
The incident at the gas station was back in June, and because that was on some bullshit, it's getting dragged out in the courts.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I just so happened to get an SUI.
And then that violated.
Where did that one occur? Did that occur here too in Martin County?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it turns out I went to very, very sweet cop, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very professional, and which breaks my heart. We actually grew up down the street from each other in Lake Worth.
Oh, really?
And knew all the same people.
Oh, wow.
Weird. Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah. So do you have a drinking problem, or are you just more out drinking and needed to sleep it off and somebody called it in on you?
Yeah.
Or do you have a drinking problem?
Suspicious person in a car.
Gotcha. But
because it got hot in my car and I turned it on for the AC and I fell back asleep.
Yeah.
And I got a rap on the window.
Gotcha.
So they were just knocking on your door?
It literally woke me up out of my... It doesn't matter.
So you got your license suspended until you... Is your license suspended? Is that why you've been walking everywhere?
Not yet.
Oh, no, not yet. Okay.
They probably gave him like a...
hardship.
Yeah, business purposes and stuff like that to get to and from
work.
work.
I had to buy my hardship, technically.
So you can drive to and from work and stuff?
Religious practices, work, or health reasons.
Yeah,
so the gym falls in that category because of health reasons. If I'm walking my dog in the woods, I feel like I like to play with rocks and sticks. That's my fucking religion. You know, it's just like the law. It's open to interpretation, right?
Correct.
It's kind of fuckery, but anyway. So.
Is there anything you want us to tell your family?
You seem like you're thinking a lot. Or am I wrong? I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Call me out on it.
It's a dangerous neighborhood. I try to stay out of my own head.
What are some of the things that you think about? Or have thought about?
I'm not going to burden you with that.
No burden to me.
Not yet. You keep it that thing. But can I go?
Yeah.
If that's what your wish is. I mean, we're just trying to get a understanding as to what may have happened last night or early this morning.
I understood, and I divulged as much information as I have.
Okay. And I respect that. You know, I'm not arguing with you or disagreeing with you.
No, I understand. I know you got a job to do.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to be cordial, talk to you, and get a background of who you are. And
I'm going to have plenty of interesting characters to talk to in the tank, so. Colorful ones. I'm sure.
Do you remember the neighbors coming over this morning?
Can I go?
That's fine.
All right. We'll get you over there shortly, okay?
Thank you, Darren, for talking to us. We really do appreciate it.
Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
If you want to reach out to us, just let us know. Okay?
All right. We'll get you out of here shortly.
At 5 p.m., almost exactly 7 hours into the interrogation, the search warrant for Christina's home was approved and signed by a judge. 5 minutes later, the search on her home would begin. They would find blood on the screen porch door latch and on the inside of the door, on the entrance door, and even the porch. Christina's body had 2 black eyes, bleeding from the nose, swelling on the lips, redness on her neck, and the back of her hands were red in color. She was clearly the victim of multiple blunt force injuries. In Darren's room, they found Darren's wallet and a notebook. In that notebook, there was a message that looked like a goodbye note or a confession, but whatever it is, it's definitely also the drunken ramblings of a mentally unwell murderer.
Darren. Mm-hmm. Hey, so can you sit up for a minute and have a seat? We're going to talk like adults here, okay? You're an adult, okay? And we do have we're going to go back to this blood warrant, okay? The judge has issued a warrant for your blood. Okay, so we want to make this easier on you. No matter what happens, we have to get your blood tonight. Okay? So we want to make it easier on you. How can we make it easier? Do we need to have fire rescue come back and strap you to a gurney?
What's the best course of action for us to take?
Have 6 people hold you down? Or what way can we help you to be more comfortable so that you're not scared with the blood draw? Because we're going to have to get it, no matter what. It's been ordered by a judge. We don't have a choice. I know you don't like needles, so I want to know, what would make it more comfortable for you?
What is it that we can provide you so that way we can make it easier for not only for you, but for everybody else involved? Do you want us to fire rescue to come to get you a gurney to tie you down? Or are you going to be willing to cooperate? I mean, what's the best course of action for us to help you? And obviously, the more cooperating you are with the blood draw, the easier and faster it will be.
Because we don't want to have to stick you more than once. So tell us what we can do to make it a little bit easier for you.
Because fire rescue can come here and make it. They do it all the time. They can make it as quick and painless as possible. Do you think that would be a better option? We don't mean to rush you, but we kind of need an answer to figure out what we're going to do.
You were in the military, so they took your blood before. How would they do it when you were there?
Darren, are you there? Darren? Darren, come on. We're trying to work with you as much as we can. Nod your head if you hear me.
I mean, you said you're at a point where you're not feeling pain, so it's just a matter of you not looking and seeing what's going on, right? Are you just going to ignore us?
Darren, we don't want to waste your time, and if you don't want to answer and ignore us, just let us know. And we're fine with that too. Again, you're no burden to us or anybody else here. We just need to know what we're giving you the courtesy. Really, we typically don't give anybody that question, but since you've been cordial with us and you've been cooperative, we're just asking you what would be the best course of action for you. So, would you like fire rescue to come in and make it quick and be done with it? Or how else would you like for us to go about this?
Okay. We'll give it, I mean, either way, we're going to have to get it, so. Not really an option.
Well,
You doing good, man? You need water or anything?
No.
No? You okay? Okay.
Hello. We're going to be taking you out of here, okay? Watch your head. We're going to have to move your handcuffs to the back, okay? Alright, you got plenty of room there?
Lock it so it doesn't tighten up anymore.
Alright.
Okay.
9.5 hours after being placed into that interrogation room, Darren is finally transferred to jail and officially charged with second-degree murder. Darren's transferred without incident, and even though he said he didn't want his blood collected earlier or he didn't want to give it up voluntarily, they were actually able to get a search warrant and they were able to extract some blood from him at the jail cell before he was booked in. A few days later, on January 2nd, 2023, the autopsy was performed on Christina, and the results confirmed what everybody was expecting and what was clearly obvious from just looking at her, which was that she died by blunt force injuries and the manner of death was homicide. Based on the trio of physical evidence, statements, and the autopsy, there's probable cause that Darren Pouncey was responsible for the death of his mother, Christina. But I have to say probable cause because Darren hasn't been convicted yet. Now, I usually don't like to do videos on cases that haven't gone through the court process, cases that haven't had a conviction yet, but this is a Florida case. This is a Florida case with lots of witness statements. This is a Florida case where he got charged with second-degree murder, indicating no premeditation. So the burden of proof for conviction is significantly lower than first-degree murder. Now, it's still a first-degree felony, don't get me wrong, there is still bad. This is not a good charge to have. But again, the requirements for conviction for second-degree murder aren't quite as stringent as first-degree murder. Now, in the very likely case that Darren is convicted, he has to spend a minimum of 16 3/4 years before he becomes eligible for parole. But that would be the minimum sentence. He could still get life in prison. And that's kind of where this case sits at this point. You know, Darren's sitting in jail. Christina is no longer with us. It's a very sad and tragic story, but I'll be following this case and I'll be sure to give you an update whenever I have one. While Darren Pouncey is presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, things just aren't looking good for him. So there's a very likely chance that Darren Pouncey could spend the rest of his life in prison. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Morbid Curiosity. Again, thank you to all of you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. It is much appreciated. Like I said in the beginning, if you'd like to support the channel further, please consider becoming a patron or channel member. And I think that's all I got for y'all. I will see you next week. Fingers crossed, hopefully. I hope you guys are enjoying season 2. And that's it. I'm out of here. See you guys. Bye.